Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your channel hosts, together again, GBHL James.
And GBHL Jamie, and it's a Speak Friendly question.
Woohoo! Jamie is back. Let's give him a big warm welcome.
Yay,
Woo!
Woo.
What's been quite interesting the last couple of weeks is that there have been quite a few questions that have been aimed at you.
Yeah, no, I saw a few. I was like, damn it, I want to answer.
That only ever happens when you're not here.
Yeah.
Only ever happens. So great to have you back, and we're in the Northwest Gaming Centre, which is why we look like we are in the North Pole.
We're all wrapped up.
We've got
It's sunny by April.
With that scarf that you robbed, I can't remember where you got
Yeah,
that from.
that was from JT's event in the pub, the first event you went to.
It was. That was my first. No, my second event, because I went to Preston, didn't I?
Oh yes, yeah, it was, yeah.
Now, we don't condone this. It is the middle of the day, but because of our anti-Diet Coke rule, you might see us at various times supping a beer. This is not a particularly healthy way of living, but we've not seen each other for a while, have we?
Yeah.
Not since you went down to Longbottom?
No, so I did the...
Wait, not Longbottom. Fog on Finchley Downs.
Fog on the Finchley Downs, yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Did.
With your Rohan?
Yeah, I won 2 out of 5, and I know I could have had some more.
Average.
Billy Fitzmaurice got lucky. The game continued too long. Oh, I got unlucky, I should say.
We like Billy.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's coming to... he is coming, isn't he? He will be coming. You all will be coming to Desolation of Stockport 2015! We've done away with the... You didn't really like that, did you? You didn't want it to go to sort of UFC levels where it's like UFC 297.
Yeah, great. That's really special.
Now, guys, we are doing this off the phone, and as always, when we're doing it off the phone, that means we might miss some of your questions. So we apologise, but make sure you ask questions frequently, and I'm sure that they will come up. So first up, we have got James and his stuff.
Is this your own account?
No, this is not me. This is not me and my stuff making an account. It's put, I do like this channel. Is it
good?
I do like this channel. Is it possible to have a whole N army, and is it any good? Is it any good? Also, shout out to Billy Fitzmaurice. You are a goblin, sir.
He is goblin.
Yeah, because he won.
He won Huddersfield with Goblin Town and a Mori Goblin Shaman and some Goblin allies.
Congratulations to Mr. Fitzmaurice. Yeah. Okay, is it possible to have a whole N army?
Yeah, you can take Truebeard and Ents.
Of course you can. You don't even need to do it with Treebeard. You could do it with another Wanderers of the Wild hero that could lead them.
Yeah,
so
well, it wouldn't be all Ent army, would it?
Okay, yeah, you're right there. Yes, you can do Treebeard and Ents. That's the answer to that question.
You can get it to about 1,000 points worth, if not more. You can do it.
I've got 2 Ents and Treebeard. Have I ever done a back rep with that? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, let's forget about that. It's not the result that we wanted. Okay, next question.
Great. what a return. It's Charmed Balthazar. He says, "Yo, J&J, what's up, man?
Bizzle and Nizzle.
Yeah, yo, shizzle those miniatures, Drizzle."
Oh, has he just done that?
Yeah. Okay, I clearly can't pull off gangster speak. Let's start over. Hi, James and Jamie. Well, hopefully Jamie's there. I am here. Yes. I finished painting my Isengard, and I definitely feel that I'm getting back into the painting mojo.
Good lad.
So James, you were right that my slow bulk painting was due to the fact I hadn't been painting for a while. Anyway, I really loved the new Let's Try Tuesday video. Even though Warhammer Fantasy didn't really catch my interest, it was fun to watch. It made me think of other things you guys could try out for Let's Try Tuesdays. I know the perfect one for some bonkers fun. It's a board game called Monsters Menace America. It's essentially about playing Giant Godzilla, King Kong, Pacific Rim style monsters, or Kaiju, if you get geeky about it, smashing up America, including with a Royal Rumble between all the monsters. All throughout the game, each player controls one monster, says a giant mantis whose goal it is...
What is it? What's its goal?
Oh, the phone's done its thing where it's going to cut your question off right at the bottom there.
I think that Jamie has somehow got access to my phone. And he's put on some kind of YouTube thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, James and his stuff also ask, what is a hashtag Bosch?
Or did he?
That was the next.
Is that the next question? Well, we'll come on to that. Yeah. Let's go. Let's talk about the. So I did say in my hobby vlog, because I was finding that my progress, as well as the fact that I was watching Vikings, was very slow, and I have a feeling it's because I've not painted for a while, and I do think if you've not painted for a while, you do lose the whole. Because you're so afraid of making a mistake, especially when it's troops that you love, like Sons of Ale.
Your muscle memory goes a little bit as well.
Yeah.
And just like everything, you feel really cool. You're like, I was good at this. Why can't I do it?
Exactly.
Why can't I do it? I know I can paint better. Yeah. You need to start on some really rubbish models you don't really care about, I think.
I think that's probably the best thing to do.
Work your way up to something good.
Damn it! That's exactly what I should have done, because I got hardly anything done. Probably the least entertaining hobby blog ever. Go and watch it, of course. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And also, in terms of Let's Try Tuesdays, this is something that we really want to do and pick up, and we want to do lots of different things, from board games to various other systems. And it was nice to do Warhammer Fantasy. I know I've had lots of messages in private about various sort of rules mistakes, but it gives you an idea of the mechanics of the game. Yeah, exactly. So
for Let's Try Tuesday, I've got quite a few board games I want to dig out. It's when we get a good group of us together to do it.
Yeah. What games? Because I've seen your little board game, so that's quite cool.
I've got the Game of Thrones version 2 of sort of the big game.
Cool.
Where you're one of the 6 houses and you've got to take over Westeros. I have got the Lord of the Rings board game by Telltale Game? No, that's a different thing. But that's a really good one. I actually beat it the other week, which was amazing.
So you actually play against the game?
Yeah, you all work cooperatively against it.
That's cool.
I've got Munchkin, which is a very popular card game that everyone might know. I've got a new game, a Game of Thrones game, Westeros Intrigue, that arrived the other day. And
you need to teach us how to do Jane and I's Game of Thrones. Yeah. I can't get my head around it. It's definitely a Jamie workout game.
And thanks. And I've got the Firefly board game as well, which is really fun. So I've got plenty of stuff to do. The Westeros Intrigue one will be really easy to teach.
And we've got Saga.
Yeah, we've got Saga to come up. I've still not progressed anything on them.
Space Hulk?
Space Hulk, yeah.
We've got Space. We could probably do Space Hulk with unpainted.
I know Damien's got Warmaster. He taught me. We played a game, but we didn't record one because there wasn't enough time to teach it and then play it. It was.
Enjoy it? Good system?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's fun.
Yeah, I've been trying really desperately to get hold of the Battle of 5 Armies Warmaster.
Yeah, Damien's got it.
I know he's got it, but I want it.
Okay.
I want it. It looks really cool. So yeah, and then the next question was from James and his stuff. What is hashtag Bosch?
Hashtag Bosch is when you need a really important role, or not even a really important role, just like, a hero that should be able to do something spectacular, and then rolls terribly, like 1-1-2 or 1-1-1.
And it originated from a very famous battle report, which unfortunately didn't include me, where you guys decided to do a Rohan scenario without me, which was
the rescue of Merry and Pippin.
And Jamie goes to roll.
Éomer charges in against an orc, and I've been rolling terribly all night, and then I was like, nah, I got this one. Bosh! And then 111 showed up. It was like, how can he roll so badly, so consistently? And that's when hashtag Bosch started. That
was the birth of hashtag Bosch, and it's now become a thing.
Yeah.
As many of our things on this channel have become.
You know what? It's just, I don't know why it triggered my mind, but I have got your dice. There you go.
Hold up 1 second. You are about to see. I refuse to even look at them before. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay. These are the new GBHL channel dice.
You show them off. Show them off.
Guys, oh my eyes. Oh my eyes. Look at those bad boys. Oh, I love them. I love them.
It's cool.
So you will only ever see me using these dice now going forward.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, we're not using it. No sponsorship there. Do one.
I want to sever a tie. Jesus.
Brilliant. GBHL dice. Now, how can these guys get hold of dice? Well, tournament first.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to do the first selling at the event in Slayer Gaming. So they'll be available, yesterday.
Cool.
But also at our tournament. And sort of any tournament that one of us goes to, well, I go to, I'll be bringing them with me. So best thing to do for these is to attend the events. They're not great. Stop rolling.
They only roll
1s and 4s.
No, they only roll 6s.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Okay, sure. So they're going to be with me at the events to begin with, and if they sell out, then we'll do another run probably and release them for general shipping. But for now, it's just going to be at the tournaments.
Get on them. They're very, very, very cool. Very, very cool.
I'll be using them this weekend.
They shall stop you from having hashtag Bosches forever. Okay, so the next... Thank you very much, by the way, pal. Right. I'm well excited. Oh, see, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Okay. Sean Lee, he's put, hi guys. Yeah, we know what you're like with fidgeting actually.
Yeah.
Let's move that over there. Sean Lee, hi guys. Sorry for not keeping in a loop last weekend. I was having some problems with the Wi-Fi. Could you not go to your local library or something, or coffee shop?
McDonald's.
McDonald's, exactly. Use the cloud. Yeah. Huh? No excuse in this place. He's put, for not including my age regarding the tournament thing, I'm 21, soon to be 22 in May. I don't know what that refers to. For not including my age regarding the tournament.
It will have been 2 weeks ago that you answered it, so
Okay.
he's likely to have forgotten. As would I have been.
I will get asking my local Games Workshop store if they know anyone who plays Lord of the Rings SBG. Good stuff, that's a good way to go. My 2 questions this week are, number 1, do you believe Gandalf should have at least 2 attacks instead of 1, due to how well he fights in the films and him using that staff and Glamdring combo? Haha.
I think, yeah, I think Gandalf, he out of all the wizards merits 2 attacks. Or at least deserves a profile with 2 attacks.
I would agree. Especially Gandalf the White, leading Gondor.
Especially Gandalf the White.
Yeah, you think that would justify his points?
I think someone suggested it. There might have been plans here, maybe, that if on foot Gandalf gets 2 attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad call.
Yeah, so if he's on foot, he gets +1 attack. If he's mounted, you can charge and get the extra attack, and then the knockdown increases his ability. So that he's not like a captain on horse for when he is mounted.
And that's a very common sort of new rule to kind of bring in that whole idea that on foot they get this. Mind you, the twins got that kind of thing, haven't they? So.
Yeah.
Oh, and number 2, he's put, do you believe they will make plastic box sets of the armoured Mirkwood soldiers from Battle of 5 Armies? As I believe they did this with the Gladrim. Thanks again. Thanks guys once again, and great videos. Well, thank you.
They did do it with the Gladrim actually. It was unexpected at the time, but I don't think they're going to do any plastic releases really.
No, we doubt it very much with sort of how it's all gone.
Although good news is that there was a rumour, and it is just a rumour that was put onto the Facebook group, that they have heard that Games Workshop are going to do a reprint of the books.
Yeah, I've mentioned that. Yeah, I've heard that too. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed it's true, and not just hot air.
Yeah,
that'd be
if
really
someone's
good.
saying that the Games Workshop managers have been
beneficial.
briefed.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, listen, guys, all you've got to do is, get out there, support your Hobbit hobby, buy a few things from Games Workshop, keep getting your stuff from your local gaming stores as well. Support your Hobbit hobby.
Yeah. When you post on the group or the Facebook page, where can I get these books? Why don't you send that email to Games Workshop as well?
Good call.
And then it'll show that people are looking for them.
Yeah. Well, there is an appetite for them because they are the way to get into the hobby and to build your armies. So next question.
It's Camille Damansky.
Woo, Camille!
Hi guys, I'm sorry that I misspeak for any question again, but I don't have time for the hobby now. We don't have time for you, Camille. Next question.
What? Typical Liverpool fan.
Hey. I was going to bring a new army for East Grinstead tournament, but I didn't touch a brush this year, sad face. Great videos as always. Question for today is, Elven Glaive, 2 points, counts as an Elven Blade, or I have to update for another 1 point to benefit from it. As always, you'll never walk alone. Now, the Elven Glaive counts as an Elven Blade and a spear.
Well, worth it, really.
Yeah, I'd say it's fairly
it's
pointed. It's a wood elf spear and an Elven Blade. If you're buying the 2 together in one, it's
is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't need to buy another Elven Blade to benefit from it.
Yeah, and seems pretty good. So next question. Oh, by the way, Camille, we expect to see you at Desolation of Stockport 2015. William Farquharson. This is
Farquhar,
Lord Farquhar. He's got, hi guys, this one is for Jamie. Or do you want to read that?
Okay then, yeah. So I found out that Farquhar was not a lord, but he was a clan chief, or close enough. Very excited about this Grey Company showcase video that James hinted at last week. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's gone up. It went up today, which is Thursday.
Okay, mine's up Thursday. I've just been reading through the rulebook, and I am confused about the line of sight rules. Can one or more figure completely obscure your view of another if they are the same base size, especially in regards to standfast? Could it be, for example, that I have so many warriors around my hero that there are some within 6 inches but who don't profit from the hero's standfast because they can't see through the closer ranks of warriors? Thanks in advance, and I hope I phrased that right. He did phrase it right. It's a very, very uncommonly used rule for standfast, which is in the rulebook.
Really? You've got to have line of sight?
You've got to have line of sight to your hero to use to benefit from their standfast, but nobody plays it.
I had no idea about that.
That's been the rule since the Big Blue rulebook, but it's one of those things where speed play, you say everyone within 6 inches, it's fine.
Yeah, I've never heard that in 2 years.
It's the exact same for heroic actions. You have to be able to see the hero to benefit from it. So there's some instances where you might actually not be able to benefit from the heroic move if your hero's around the corner.
Ah.
But for simplicity, you should just everyone plays it if you're within 6 inches.
Power gamers out there, making notes. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's in the rulebook and it's very clear, but no one plays it that way.
Yeah, I for one had no idea that existed.
I mean, it might work better, let's say in scenario play, but it makes it much simpler and much more sort of clear cut when you say everyone within 6 inches can benefit from this, rather than hold on, let's get down to the eyes model. Can he see? No. Can he see? No. Can he see? No.
Yeah, it's almost one of those things that through playing the game, it's one of those things that maybe the guys who write the rules could quite easily just cross out if there was another edition.
Yeah.
Knowing sort of how the game plays, because everyone I know will use, well, it's within 12 inches or it's within 6 inches. They won't get down and look to see if it has line of sight for that.
Exactly.
Wow, you learn something every day. I certainly just did. That's what Speak for Any Questions for.
So, in answer to your question, yes, if they were so blocked up, they shouldn't count, but no one plays it that way, so...
well done for bringing it up for the power gamers.
You should keep that one for yourself.
Yeah. Next up, we got Thalianor. He's put, "Hi guys, the answer to my riddle last week was a fish. So you were right."
Was it the mountain scales thing?
Something about
dressed in armour, never clinking.
Yes. Yeah.
That's from The Hobbit.
I thought so because I recognised it, and I don't know loads of riddles. It is from the Riddles in the Dark chapter from The Hobbit. I thought so. My question this week is if there was an average size model in the game with move 10, fight 10, shoot value +1, strength 10, defense 10, attacks 10, wounds 10, courage 10, might 10, will 10, fate 10, plus a bow with range 100 and strength 10, how effective would he be? What tactics would you use?
He'd get sap-willed and transfixed by a ring wraith, and then he'd be as useful as any other hero. That's what would happen to him.
Yeah. What tactics would you use for him? What would be his weaknesses? How many points would he be? You'd have to get Thomas Harrison to do his little maths thing in the next...
I don't know how you work out what the premium or the tax for a 10 attack hero will be.
I know, wow.
But yeah, you just get a ring wraith on him. That's what you do.
And what character of Middle-earth would he be closest to, closest in comparison with him?
Legolas.
I don't think he's being serious. With or without the bow. Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work.
With the bow, Legolas. Without the bow, Thranduil. Surrounded by a million guys. Maybe, I don't know.
That's a fun question, isn't it? That's a fun question.
I have no idea.
Okay, so next question is from Lucas Whitcroft White.
LWW. Hi guys, just wondering if you think that Urukai Warriors' shields are too small. I think so, because in the movie when the Uruks are marching up to the gates at Helm's Deep, they have pretty big shields. When I look at the models, I think their shields are just too small. Just something that came into my head, and I wonder what you guys thought of it. Keep up the good work, Lucas. I think they're fine.
I've never noticed that before, so therefore that makes me think that it doesn't look out of place.
Yeah.
I've never looked at an Urukai and thought, his shield's well small.
No, I've never thought of it being too small. I guess the bit where they're marching up to the gates where they're doing the sort of the turtle formation, isn't it?
Yes.
And they might just seem bigger, but maybe they're just small Urukai.
I will have a little bit of a look next time that I look at my Urukai. Ross Diggle, he's put, I've decided that fellow Rohan players, you should refer to them as my Romies. That's a good one. That's a good one. Every now and again he chucks one in there and, it'll make us laugh.
Yeah. You're throwing off, it'll
1 out of 10. Yeah. And next up we've got Ian Jeffrey. Since the previous question wasn't really a question, I'll do this one. He's put, thanks for bringing me back to the hobby and Middle-earth.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
I guess.
A question for you. What character in the lore would you like to see made into a miniature that does not exist? For me, Húrin the Tall, Warden of the Keys.
Legolas. Wait, no. I don't know.
Have you read Silmarillion?
I've not read it at all.
Okay.
I've got a decent shot of the way in and then stopped to read Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Elfhelm. I have no answer.
As a Rohan man, I want Elfhelm. I even came up with an imaginary profile for Elfhelm, not too dissimilar from Erkenbrand, and he would have an upgrade rule which would allow riders of Rohan to bring a lance. How fair is that? It's good. That's from the old days of the One Ring, where you just go on there and invent profiles when you didn't play the game. Next up, we've got Lonely Cube 1.
Lonely Cube 1.
I like that name.
Thanks for the input on my Harad army. Oh, the screen's not as slidey as mine. For some reason, I didn't think of using a Hasharin, but it seems like a good leader for my archers. Also, I absolutely love the idea of Zelda SBG, which James brought up last episode.
Imagine the Gorons.
Nah,
you'd well be the Gorons.
I've never played Zelda. I'm not.
Stop right there. Thank you very much. What?
Yeah, it's never interested me.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
You'd love it. You'd love it because it's cute, silly fantasy.
I played the very first one on the N64.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, well, I just didn't care for it. Really. Sorry.
That was a big part of my life, Giblin.
I don't care for a big part of your life.
What?
I've started typing up profiles from Ocarina of Time characters, which are theoretically compatible with Lord of the Ring and Hobbit profiles. I'd love to send them to you when I'm done, and get your input. Send it to James.
I love wargaming@gmail.com.
Now for my actual question, which is fairly specific this week. Let's say we have two one-attack warriors with equal fight values in a combat, and both sides have the benefit of a banner. Both sides initially roll, say, a 4. Which player states first whether he wants to re-roll the die or not? The player who re-rolls first is at a significant disadvantage, because the other player can choose whether or not to re-roll based on the result of the first player's re-roll. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, it's that sort of who needs to win it more, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd say, if you're happy to lose the fight, then you can risk the 50-50 roll-off.
So the person who's rolled least.
You're not at any more of a disadvantage to lose. It's still 50-50 if you equal or draw a 4. But yeah, it's whoever's going to die easiest, really, will usually re-roll first. Or whoever remembers they've got a banner. So it's like, let's say you've got two warriors equal fight value in combat.
Yep.
You've both rolled a 4.
Yep.
Which one has to declare they're using their banner re-roll first?
Interesting.
Normally, things like this, it comes down to who has priority should probably say first.
But then again, it's who wants to win.
It's that whole.
Who wants to take the risk?
It's the whole thing of shielding, piercing, striking. Like, if you say shield, I'll say piercing, strike. Well, then if you say piercing, strike, I'll say fight, and then I will withdraw it, and he'll withdraw it. Because
you might prefer to do, your roll off.
Yeah.
Because you might think, well, do you know what? I'll sort of go 50-50. It doesn't really.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, not on a 4. On a 6 or something, if you're 5, let's say a 5,
yeah.
Where there's less chance of you getting the 6 to
but
win.
Even a 4 sort of slightly above what you want, isn't it? So if you getting 4s, 5s and 6s.
Oh yeah, but you say what you want to know is who rolls first, and it's the person who wants to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's any specific reasoning.
I would agree with that, and yet it did make sense once Jamie explained it. Okay, next up we've got Billy Fitzmaurice.
The Lord of Huddersfield.
He's put, thanks for the congratulations. You asked for a little rundown of the tournament, so here it is. There were 4 games and 4 of us ended the day all on 4 wins, which meant I won because I had the highest VPs. After 3 games, World Champion was top, so I grudged him in the final game, which was Recon, which he declined because I had a Goblin army.
Understandably.
Yeah. That was like a throne of skulls.
Yeah, it was.
Ed Ball went round grudging all of us. It's like, nah, mate.
What game was it as well? It was something that we could not
Seize
win.
the prize.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Seize the prize.
Did you play Seize the Prize? No.
No, I do not want to play your Felby at Seize the Prize.
Are you an idiot?
Are you insane? No way at all. Luckily for me, it meant I was drawn against Galadriel, Elrond, New Thranduil, and New Legolas.
Oh, how convenient for you.
The board made it very difficult for me to get through, but I managed to in the end and scored enough VPs to win the event, although I did come very close to killing my opponent too quickly before I got anything off the board. My list was Goblin King with 8 goblins, Grinner with 7 goblins, Deberts with 11 goblins with 5 shields and 6 spears, Moria Goblin Shaman with 10 goblins, 5 shield and 5 spear, and the Shadow Lord.
It smells like something we can't say on the channel.
He's put, the Goblin King was an absolute beast at this event. By far the best he's ever performed for me. Great event, and I can't wait for the doubles event this weekend.
Yeah, he's going to get smacked down at doubles, though.
You're going doubles, aren't you?
Yeah. Taking a terrible army for my half. And then the half that James Braun's taking makes it really cheesy.
Yeah, I saw your doubles list, and I was like, oh my eyes.
It's just grim. Hopefully we'll play some all heroes.
It's horrible. Okay, next up we've got Al Wood. He's put, James, how is the wrist, mate? As that must have hurt. Oh, there was a moment where the battery was dying and I ran round to go and plug everything in. And then, I can't remember what I did. I went to sit back down and my wrist went like that on the... And I had to work very hard not to swear. Like...
Oh, sugar!
I actually think I did say that. You certainly had to work hard on not shouting an expletive when you cracked it. Must have heard it then when it went. It's horrible. My question to James is, since filming battle reports, have you had anyone ask you not to use your special blue dice at tournaments? No?
Yes.
No, never had that. No, never, ever had that. But I'm never using them again now anyway, because we've got these bad boys. And who needs them when you've got cheating GBHL dice? It's just, do you know what I think it is? It's any dice that has a face on. You have the feeling. So it's the same with the old Lord of the Rings ones that have got like an eye.
Symbols on the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like it rolls ones all the time because whenever you see it, your attention is drawn to it more.
Yeah.
And it's the same with anything. It's the same with those blue dice. But thank you very much for your question anyway. So next question.
Next is from Matt Patterson. He says, hey guys, my first question ever, I'm already looped.
Woo.
I'm from New Zealand and love the show, and there aren't many tournaments or even a lot of players here, so it kind of sucks not being able to get into that social side that you UK lot get into.
There's a couple of New Zealand Facebook groups that you can check out that are dedicated for the Hobbit SBG. They're trying to create New Zealand Hobbit League. NZHL.
Nizzle. or it'd be a silent N, like Z. 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 My question is, I'm wanting to build a 500-point Galadriel army. What should I be thinking about in terms of competitiveness? And also fluff. Have you seen any cool conversions for Haldir? Cheers.
I can't think of any cool conversions for Haldir off the top of my head, but check out the One Ring WIP forums and you tend to see lots of cool stuff in there.
Yeah. For competitiveness, Rumil and Galadriel are your two big competitive ones if you're going for proper Galadrim. And then just hoard it out on cheaper troops and bows. Be my advice.
Yeah, good way to go. Thanks very much for your question, Matt Pearson, and you're in the loop now. What does that mean?
Ask a question every week.
That's become a thing as well, being in the loop, because we get lots of people commenting for the first time saying, I'm now in the loop.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Next up, we've got Hefty Shots. He's put great video. I'm glad that you like that one.
Well, you didn't ask a question, so...
What's that all about?
You can have this one.
Okay, so we've got Akathon39. He's put second comment. Oh, he must have another one further down. He's put second comment. James, it's great to hear that you bought Smaug. Shh, don't say that too loudly.
What are you trying to do? Get him killed?
You're trying to get me in trouble? I keep on slipping in little teasers to Jane that I might be getting it, and I'm not.
What are you going to do when it turns up? Straight down to the basement.
Hide it. It's going in a box in the cellar for a long time. Seriously.
Sure, it's in like hot.
It might have to do what my shader's done and live at yours for a while.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll sell it. What shade?
What shade?
I don't know what you mean.
He's put. My second question, carrying on the double loop. I was playing against Wood Elves a while ago with Durin's folk, high defence and strength 4 mostly. It was an easy win for them. Bows killed only one dwarf, and with no armour, they were very squishy. I think Durin's folk would be the best anti-Wood Elves, or maybe Uruk-hai. What are some other anti-best counter armies for different armies? Thanks again for all the content. Keep it up, and welcome back, Jamie.
How did he know?
How did he know?
Weirdo.
I think you're following us.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience with Wood Elves, without the bows axes, dwarves are always a tough nut to crack because your shooting's not as great against them. In combat, you still need 6s. It's a nasty sort of little hole that you dig yourself into.
Yeah.
Even your heroes need 6s. You can't rely on them to chop their way through. And then their heroes are usually killing you on like 3s because they all have +1s coming out of places.
Yeah, it's a nasty one. And you called a good one there. The dwarves are quite good anti-Urukai. The defense 7.
Yeah, defense 7 does it.
Strength 4.
Yeah, with Kazagard. Kazagard is a good troop for them. Other hard counters for different armies. So Gondor's hard counter, weirdly enough, I'd say is Mordor with Morannons or Urukai. Yeah. Actually, Urukai.
Yeah,
Urukai are Gondor's hard counter.
Just anything that's strength 4, really.
Strength 4,
fight 4.
Strength 4, fight 4, that's the one.
Yeah.
Rohan's hard counter.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that make Rohan terrible.
Yeah.
But we talked about
it. Depends on the force of Rohan.
Yeah.
Like, you can think of a generic Gondor army, but you don't have like an all-mounted Gondor force because it doesn't work.
Haradrim's quite tough for Rohan.
Yeah. Lots of fight 4 multi-attacks.
Lots of fight 4, lots of shooting, lots of multi-attacks. It's cheap, so
there's lots
of them, so they can surround you easy.
For Rivendell, again, sort of that's where Morannons come and do well.
Yeah.
With defense 6, strength 4, or goblins, Gundabad goblins.
Yeah.
For Mordor, a hard counter. I say dwarves again. No, hard counter. I don't know. Let's go to the next question.
It's more about the your numbers. So, like, what's your? If you look at the chart,
what's your strength and their defense?
Yeah.
What's your fight value and their fight value? If you've got worse fight value, does your defense offset their strength? I think that's the main thing to go by.
Use the chart, definitely. So next up, we've got Dynasty.
Dynasty, he says, thanks for answering my question, and sorry I asked a boring one.
I can't remember. What did you ask?
So obviously it was that boring you didn't remember. This week, I'd like to know your opinion on Star Wars SBG. I know that there is already a spaceship-based one, but I prefer a land-based one with clones, stormtroopers, spider tanks, etc. How would you do this, and specifically, what would Ewok stats be? Thanks, this darned loop. They've actually got something...
Ewoks have got to be Woses.
Yeah, Ewoks are well Woses, with more rules.
Yeah.
They've actually got a game.
There is, isn't there?
Isn't there? Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but they've actually made that game. It's not SBG, but it's, ground-based battles in Star Wars. Yeah, and Ewoks will be Woses. They've got to be.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite cool. I like Star Wars. I'm looking forward to playing more of my Star Wars Risk. It's cool. Yeah. Very cool game. Maybe for Let's Try Tuesday sometime. I'll just set it all up first, not film all that stuff.
Yeah,
Risk takes a while to set up.
That's the thing with you think Risk takes a long time to set up. You should try setting up the Game of Thrones one.
Really?
There's loads of little charts to set up and keep track of.
Wow. I think those kind of things we'll have to have a new... Because this is something I discussed post the Warhammer.
I think we need a new system for filming. Like, what I was thinking... Sorry, this is just going into the channel.
That's cool.
What I was thinking for the board games is we could ideally do with 2 decent cameras. We use both the tripods. One as a handy cam, so you can get sort of what's happened, and one almost, if it could possibly come down on top of the board.
Yeah.
So you see, like, it'd take a lot of editing to do it, but you can just interject between sort of what's happened and.
Yeah.
You can see people's movements on top.
Because the way of doing it without doing that. It's almost you're reviewing, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're going, okay, we're on turn 3 now. This is what's happened.
A lot of board games don't ideally work like that because there's so many things that happen.
Yeah. Because you still want to catch. Because that's something we like about this is you see the rolls and it's like, oh look, Bosch. Yeah. Obviously not Bosch because these are GBHL dice. 6 6s.
It's the thing with board games. Quite a lot of them have actions and reactions that this card or this event has happened. So it triggers something else, and if you just did a review, you'd lose a lot of that. You wouldn't see the sort of the disappointment or the joy of something happening.
It's definitely something that we'll pick up as skills as we go along. Because we've even found because X-wing we have to do that slightly different.
Yeah, like
sort of SBG. Yeah. The Warhammer one, I definitely felt like I would do that.
The way we were thinking, we came across this whilst doing War Master, whilst playing the game. We were thinking and talking, like Damien and I, how can we record this? Because a lot of things you can't, like with SBG, you can very quickly move around the battlefield and do certain combats. With it, you've got to do things in a certain order, and almost as if like you got to think very quickly on the spot.
Yep.
So you'd have to give the camera to your opponent, and they just film your turn.
Which is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. We'll work it out though when we're doing these games. That's one of the fun parts of doing this channel, I have to say. Okay, so next up we've got Tom Turtle. He's put, I've been out of the loop lately. There's no excuse, is that? No excuse. It's been a nasty experience, and I won't wish it on anybody.
No excuse.
When GBHL owns or has access to a Smaug, would you consider doing a Let's Kill Smaug series? It's not a bad idea, you know.
I've thought of a few.
Every so often, someone could turn up with a 700 point tailored against Smaug and battle it out. I actually think that could be quite fun. It would be a cool way of seeing Smaug, and some fun lists full of rarities like demolition teams and siege weapons, etc. Also, any plans for releasing Palantir and Speak Pen and Question as a podcast on iTunes? Anyways, great work, guys. Smiley face, smiley face. Well, podcast we've tried in the past, haven't we?
Podcast, I set up an account with Podbean to do that, but then I never really got around to it because it means extracting the MP3 file from the video, and it's doable. It just takes a bit of time. And I think we want people on the channel to see the other stuff rather than just. I know it'd be convenient just to download it, but it's nice to have the videos.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, I guess we could do it where people make like a donation to, you know, if they downloaded you know, you wouldn't have to. It's a donation, but you could make a donation to get the podcast version or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit more work on our end, and you know we're struggling to beat up as it is, without having to do a bit of extra stuff. Yeah,
we'll see how we go going into the future. Yeah. In terms of like taking that Let's Kill Smaug series, I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I think that could be a lot
Damien, or someone's built a Smaug. Once Steve has built a Smaug.
Yeah, Steve has a Smaug.
And then once he's chopped it up to make a conversion. to make a dragon.
No, that's not Steve's style. He would like chop up Smaug to make up a converted Beragond.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do. Somehow Smaug will go from this into this.
He'll recast the resin into lots of Beragons. That's what he'll do.
Okay, next up, wow, it's Wobachika! He's like, hey guys, my question this week is about creating a 600 point list to use at a future tournament near the end of April. Wobachika?
You best not be coming
Wobachika's coming to Stockport, everybody! Woo! Make sure you're there. Is it Stephen Denby? Is that right? I think that's right. I'm looking to use Rivendell Knights. That could be quite good actually at this tournament, Rivendell Knights. But I'm unsure as to what kind of list I should make. Should I try and go for a large amount of numbers, 20 Rivendell Knights with a Rivendell Knight captain with shield leader and Lindir with horse, or a small amount but with better heroes, 10 Rivendell Knights with Elrond and heavy armour and horse, plus twins with heavy armour and horse. Cough, Alfred, cough. I'm looking to have fun, but not get thoroughly trounced in the process. Cheers.
Who's done really well with them? James Braun's done really well with them, and he just takes 2 captains and as many Rivendell Knights as he can get in with them. I think it works out to about 22 knights and the 2 captains, and he does really well with it.
Yeah, and if he can, he'll put like Saruman the White on horse.
Put a wizard in with it, yeah.
Yeah, he's quite good with that. He's quite good with a wizard, isn't he?
I hope so.
And when Ed did it at the final, what did he have?
Wasn't there, was there?
He had Rivendell Knights.
Yeah.
But they're very competitive because they're multi-role. They're multi-role, so they can do lots of stuff. So as long as you're not silly with them, you can do really well with them. You've got to be very patient. I think that would be my advice for be patient and clever. Okay. Look forward to seeing you at Desolation Stockport 2015. Oh, next up.
Don't report him.
report David Whittaker.
Yeah.
Where's my tea toast?
Well, I think we've got to wait for it to come back round to us cause it's in America at the moment, the tea toast.
It's Randy Blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Randy. I like Randy. He's a good guy. Amazing painter.
I've seen a few things on the. Is it Painting Middle Earth? Is it?
Maybe.
Yes. I keep thinking. David Whittaker says, I keep thinking of good questions during the week, then forgetting them. Write them down.
Keep a little pad by your bed.
So I have a few filler questions. Number 1, what was the last live show you attended? Gig, play, musical, etc. It's been a long time. Live.
I went to go and see Hamlet. I went to see Hamlet in Manchester because my martial arts teacher, coach, his son was in it, and it was very good. And in terms of musical gig, I think the last one I went to go see was Elbow a couple of years ago with Jane, which was awesome. Elbow are amazing.
I think my last gig was Blink 182 in Manchester, and that's a cool few years ago now. Play, I genuinely can't remember. A musical, also can't remember. It will have been sort of. Oh, I think I saw my sister in a Christmas thing.
A nativity play.
No, it was a proper play.
She's a bit old for a nativity play.
Yeah, she's in secondary school. I think it was like one of those things that they do at Christmas, but it's actually like a bit more serious. But yeah.
Musical. I went to go see Lion King in London.
I know what it was. One of the last proper things. I knew I saw something with a curtain.
It was a window.
Yeah, it was. It was my friend or old friend from college had been touring with sort of a very similar thing to Darren Brown, like psychological, mind tricks basically. And he did a tour and came back to Manchester and did one of them.
Cool.
He's got part 2 to the question.
Oh.
He says, "Who is your favourite dwarf from Thorin's company in the movies?"
Thorin.
I like
Thorin is played so well.
Bofa, James Nesbitt.
Everyone likes James Nesbitt.
Yeah, of course they do.
He's cool.
SBG in game. Dwalin. Failing that, Floy. I like Floy as well. Not Floy, sorry. Dory. And SBG miniature.
Ooh, I do like the new Thorin is a cool pose.
Yeah, there's free heroic combat.
Yeah,
pain in the ass.
I like that model so much so that I'm getting it. So.
Young Dwalin. It's cool.
Yeah, young Dwalin. I think young Barlin's a lovely model.
Yeah.
Young Barlin's a lovely model.
And 3, if you had to dress as any character from Lord of the Rings Hobbit for a week and go about your regular daily routines, who would you choose?
Beorn. Look at my axe. Beorn all day long.
Who would I be?
You've dressed up as Lord of the Rings stuff before, haven't you?
Yeah, but Tom Bombadil. Yeah, Tom Bombadil. Screw it. I'm only a few yellow boots
at least you got the stuff.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil. There you go, everybody.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, David Whittaker. So next up we've got Jason Province. He's put, "Hey guys, thanks for answering my question last week. My question this week is, do you think the Shadow Lord makes a good captain for Black Numenorians? Since he makes it so they have to roll 6s to hit him or anything near him. I think it is 6 inches. Or do you think the more costly Shagrat War Leader with the knockdown rule would do better?" I think we have to look at the roll here. So Black Numenorians have got defense 6, so not necessarily going to go down to shooting too easily. And your goal is to get them into combat, yep. So you might want to protect them from shooting, but then you're not going to lose loads if they're defense 6, are you?
But then they also cause terror. So minusing 1 to your opponent's courage means that you can pick your charges a bit better.
True, good point. Touché.
However, for aesthetic, ring wraith wise, I'd take Dark Marshal, so they get the reroll to fight. And Shagrat, he's an Urukai, so why would he be leading Black Numenorians from a fluff perspective? He'd be with the Mordor Urukai.
Yeah.
So I think Dark Marshal is the right answer.
Neither.
Or Knight of Umbar.
Knight of Umbar would look cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Knight of Umbar would work fluff-wise as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we have got Josh Triffitt.
He says, "Hi James and Jamie, I have a Minas Tirith force and was wondering if it's worth putting an Avenger Bolt Thrower in to kill monsters like trolls and stuff like that. And what upgrades would you suggest to upgrade it with? Thanks for all the great videos, Josh." No, take Boromir with a lance. That'll kill you monsters.
Yeah.
More reliably than a Bolt Thrower will.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
Yeah. Boromir with a lance. Yeah. What a legend.
Bozzer.
Yeah, we don't tend to see many of these bolt throwers, etc.
However, if Smart 700 points, if Smaug's around, you might see the odd 1 or 2 popping up every now and then. Like the
Do you know what? It's really going to depend on the first couple of 700 point tournaments and whether he comes along and how
well he does.
How well he does. Because we can theorise. We're not going to really know until someone
brings him.
And someone good brings him.
Yeah. You know,
you're like, that's a scary prospect. Because you're not a fan, are you? You think he's horrible.
I don't think he's just ridiculous.
Because you think,
there are gimmicks to beat him, but I think he can easily take on
700 point.
No, I reckon he could take on 1,000 points of generic stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you said to someone, just bring 1,000 points, we'll play a game.
I'll bring 700 points, you bring 1,000.
Yeah, and you bring Smaug. I think Smaug can easily deal with it.
I think that was one of the points that Damien made quite early on.
Like he can do so much more. A good player with Smaug will just kill you with very little that you can do. So next question.
Next question. Kurt Leach, he's put, when shooting at a Fell Beast, do you use the Fell Beast or the Wraith on top to determine if you have line of sight?
You use everything except the wings and the tail.
There you go. No wings, no tail, but everything else. However,
the wings can count for in the way, which is ridiculous. We've had this discussion before on the channel a while back.
Have we?
Yeah. But basically, you don't count the wings for shooting at it.
Yeah.
But if you want to shoot at it and there's a tree is in the way of the wing, that's an in the way roll for the model.
Well, that doesn't make
it's
sense.
It's a ludicrous rule. Yeah. It doesn't, does it?
No, it doesn't make sense. Ed, have you been writing some of the rules for?
Well, that was Sam Langland.
Wow.
Pulled that one fast on me.
Wow.
But it is in the rules, so it's not really pulling.
Well, you didn't really like that, did you?
No, I didn't. Acthon 39. This was an earlier question that he referenced, I think.
Yep.
Good news, guys. I've got another of my friends into the channel.
Good stuff.
His name's Dynasty.
Yeah, we've already had a question from him. Brilliant stuff.
Battle Company's got him into it, and now he's in a loop. And I was also wondering if you've ever considered doing another series. It was great seeing Boulogne and Giblin. Well, it was Gilbin in the end.
Yeah, Giblin died. Gilbin became some horrible beast with loads of special rules.
3 attacks.
He was only taken down by a great dwarven champion.
Boulogne, who sort of just ran him off the table. So I can't beat you. Run away.
No, he had that little waltz.
Yeah,
the little waltz where, like, what was it? You win a combat and.
Yeah, well, I won a priority and passed my courage test, so ran back into the middle.
That's right. No, you charged me, but charged around the other side, so I'd have to chase you the other way. How funny. We will do battle companies again.
Yeah. We want to get all 4 hosts into it, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's just getting it all done. We've got plenty of stuff in the meantime.
Yes, we do.
So that was Acthon 39.
So next up we got Jack Berry. He's put, hi. Firstly, I wanted to say, great channel, guys. You really have inspired me to take up the hobby from previously playing 40k a few years ago.
It's a much better system.
We're really chuffed to have you here, buddy. Thank you very much.
We do a Let's Try 40k, don't we?
Yeah, we should do, actually.
Then I can give you all my dice, and you can request dice from all the games that we know. And
we can ask the entire Hobbit community for all their dice.
Tip a bucket onto the table.
Right, okay, I'm going to shoot at you.
We should do a parody video.
No, let's leave that to the Palantir. Yeah. I was doing parody videos.
Yeah. It didn't work, did it? Boo! Just delete that one.
No, leave it on there. It's history.
It's not in any playlist. It's so hard to find. We should remove all tags from it. That means title is untitled.
That is this week's The Scouring of the GBHL channel.
Find our parody video when we first started.
Yeah, we thought we were really cool back then.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. But this will be my first question in the loop. Wow. You are in the loop, my friend. I have decided to do an elves army as I really love the look and the fluff behind them.
What elves?
Currently, I have Elrond as HQ and a couple of warbands of the Last Alliance elves with blades and bows. I do like the thought of a Rivendell type themed army, but I haven't quite made my mind up yet. Any suggestions on the next step to making the army competitive? Different heroes, different troop types? This is because I would like to do a few tournaments in the future. Many thanks, Jack. You certainly should do some tournaments in the future because they are awesome.
Getting the twins is your first step to being competitive with Rivendell, and then picking up some Rivendell knights and allying them in would be my suggestion.
Yep, I would say that. Is he referring to just sort of the new Rivendell or old Rivendell? Because if you're referring to old Rivendell, then getting your lights of Glorfindel and even mounting your Gil-galad. Gil-galad mounts a beast, isn't it?
He is, with his +1 to wound, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Defense
really...
9 and 1 fate.
I never really looked at him until reasonably recently.
Yeah, I still don't think. I'd rather take Glorfindel with 3 fate.
Got the 3s in the right places.
And your fight 9's not...
+1.
Your fight 9's not as irrelevant.
+1 when you're on a horse. Kill lots of stuff. Okay, so now we've got Baradakazazan Zakarada Baradakazan. I think that's your name. But I started collecting Harad for the look. It was actually first box I got. Yeah, right.
Yes, come on.
Yeah, right.
Don't care if you're new to the game.
You like the look of Haradrim? Look at their stats!
Moving on.
We've clearly had a bit of banter the last couple of weeks. Awesome Wargaming. Yes, new prints, recast and model next, I hope.
Yeah, in reaction to the book thing.
Yes, hopefully so. I'll read this next one as well because we've had a couple of short ones. Okay. Jason Province, he's put...
No. I see there's 3 dots underneath.
Do you want this one?
Yeah.
I thought I had him, guys. That's been a little running joke as well. I've been telling people to ask really long questions and say, oh, this is for Jamie.
Look at them all. They've all got these 3 dots. Damn it. I'm all going to suffer for this. Hey guys, another question. Do you agree that Rohan has got the short end of the stick with most of its heroes having no fate, when many other heroes in army lists who also die still have fate? No.
I think Rohan's got some decent heroes. You know, yeah, there's those arguments for a better version of Theoden. Are you working out odds, evens, odds, even? She loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. That kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I've just, you've got this one, and I've seen the next one, and I've dumped myself with.
So no, I don't think they got the short end of the stick. Yeah, AML Knight of the Pendulum was supposed to be fight 6.
No,
bit of a typo there.
No, he's not.
He's pointed as fight 6.
No, he's not.
Yes, yeah.
He's not.
Yes.
He isn't. Have you seen Tom Harrison's working out? He is correctly pointed.
No, he's not.
You pay a 10-point tax for being 3 attack.
No,
All heroes pay that.
Tom Harrison does not know everything. I said it. I said it.
Wow.
The universe is going to end.
I feel like I should ring him.
He's supposed to be fight 6, and then Theoden should have a problem. But apart from that, I actually think Rohan's got some good heroes with some good options. Next up, we got Dominic Harris.
Oh,
it's me, isn't it?
No, I'll do it.
Hi guys, smiley face. Thanks for answering my question. Does that mean I'm in the loop now? Yes, it does. And what does being in the loop mean, Jamie?
You have to ask a short question each week.
My question this week is for a 500-point army. What do you think is the minimum model count you need to have a chance with tournaments? I have a Thranduil's... I have a Thranduil's Hall army with Thranduil, Tariel, 10 Palace Guard and 12 Mirkwood Rangers. Is 24 models too low? I like having themed lists but don't want to handicap myself too much. Looking forward to more of your excellent videos.
Yeah, I think as long as you got more than 20, you're not doing terribly. But
yeah.
500 points isn't it?
500 points. I remember someone putting something that it's... what did they put? Was it 28 models was the target for 500 points?
Yeah, you sort of want to be around, I think, 28 for the 30.
Unless, of course, you're doing sort of all hero or...
Yeah, or spamming.
Yeah, or spamming something.
Yeah.
Like two attack things. So that's why you can kind of get away with it a little bit with cavalry, I suppose. But yeah, that sounds like good fun. So bring it anyway. You're not handicapping yourself. Okay. Wow, you've got a great list. You've got a great question.
I've got an army building question by the looks of it. Oh no! Oh, it's back.
You've been saved.
Oh, it's Acthon 39 again. Oh damn it! It's for me as well. Oh no, James. I think you missed out a question I asked last week. But oh well. My question this week will be for Jamie. I'm sorry for this, but James told me to do it.
Expect more, Jamie Giblin.
I'm not coming back to these. Deal by yourself. I'm starting off a themed Mirkwood army list, Hobbit ones, and I'm interested to know what your own build of an army is. What suggestions would you give to a noob if he only wants to do a Mirkwood themed list, no Galadrim? I'm thinking about including Lord of the Rings Mirkwood into it, but will prioritise Hobbit Mirkwood. What are your thoughts? This is my very first army of list building, so once you give me some tips, I might improve. But for now, here are my 500, 750 and 1,000 point forces. It's my first attempt to solve this terrible collection. 500 points.
Can I just say, Akathon, well done for fulfilling the brief.
Oh, but you know what? It's so long, it cuts off at the end for the 1,000 point list. So we do 500 and 700 points. Or 750. 500 points, Legolas, 11 Mirkwood Rangers, Tariel, 10 Mirkwood Rangers. That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's fine, that.
Yeah. My other suggestion might be maybe drop 4 of each, put in some of the new cheaper elves that came out. The elf warriors with elven glaive, so you get your elven blade back and your spear.
To fill the warband.
To fill the warband up with them, and then you get spear support, so you have a bit of a battle line. But you still got tons of shooting there. 750 is Legolas with 10, Tauriel with 10 Mirkwood Rangers, and Thranduil with 7 with Mirkwood Elves with Elven Blade and Shields, and 4 Mirkwood Cavalry, and Thranduil I assume there is mounted. And I assume these are the old Legolas and Tauriel because they're leading Rangers. If that's new Thranduil, is that new Thranduil at that point?
Yeah, it's new Thranduil.
Yeah, that'll do all right then. You can just walk into an army.
You seem to have a good knack for your
You've got the idea what to do with them.
You don't need our advice with army list building. Just tell us how you get on.
Yeah. There you go. Next one. Stop asking so many questions, Act on 39.
No, he's in a triple loop.
No, it's ridiculous.
The first time he came onto the channel.
That's not a rule.
Why you been gone? The first time he was on, he asked 3 questions, so he's created a triple loop.
Was this officially errated? Was this passed by HQ? No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Good. Alright, that's made redundant. 1 question. Keep it short.
Aaron Patel, he's put, "Hi guys, I'm relatively new to SBG and this is my first question."
Good.
As long as you haven't asked 2 more in this, you're not in a triple loop, so you're alright.
There's no such thing.
I bought some of the new Mirkwood Elves. I think they're going to be popular. I think they're going to be reasonably competitive.
Yeah, I think they are.
And I wanted to know, is this a good army to play with? Thranduil, King of the Woodland Realm, leading 6 Armoured Elves with swords and shields. Legolas, Prince of the Woodland Realm, leading 10 Palace Guard, 4 with swords and shield, and 6 with spears, 2 with shields, and Tauriel leading 10 Rangers. Thanks for all the amazing content. I think you should switch your balance round. So you've got loads of your Palace Guard there, and they're with Legolas, not with Thranduil. You want your Palace Guard near Thranduil, don't you?
Yeah, if they can fight 6.
And you don't need loads of them, so maybe fill up your warbands with the cheaper elves, cheaper armoured elves, and have a few Palace Guard in.
Just knocking around.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Thanks for all the amazing content. Next up, we've got Skunky08.
Skunky08.
I don't recognise that name.
No. Hi guys, I was wondering what your opinion on future releases and what a mounted Azog and stats would look like. Oh, armoured Azog. With an armoured Azog. I guess
An extra point of defence.
Extra point of defence 6. Makes him a bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe a cement mace. You could whirl with it, I guess.
Woo!
As always, keep up the good work, and could I get a shout out to Gweeny Bear, please?
This is a shout out to Gweeny Bear.
Gwenny Bear, maybe.
Gwenny Bear.
Gwenny Bear.
From the GBHL Massive. Hoo-ah! I've never done a shout out before, can you tell?
I'll finish up. Awesome wargaming. Hi guys. Firstly, thank you for getting me back into the game. To say this is from Awesome Wargaming.
Awesome Wargaming. Now that rings a bell.
I think he asked the question earlier.
He must be in a double
loop. That's why, yeah. There's no such thing. You're not in a double loop. Don't listen to it. My question is, because I'm a young wargamer, only 11, I would still consider myself an experienced one though, as I play many games, mainly historical, and I've got a lot of models and I have quite a variety of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit ones. I know the game quite well, but I've only just started building up my force. I recently purchased the Kingdoms of Men book as I'm going for Gondor.
Good lad.
I've got 12 Warriors of Minas Tirith, 12 Rangers, 5 Knights of Minas Tirith, and I've also recently bought Boromir.
It's a good start.
Who else, like captains and stuff, would you recommend? And please can you check out my channel, and sorry for the long comment. Cheers, Finley.
Baragond and Faramir.
Yeah, if you can get your hands on a Baragond, we've discussed this in Kingdoms of Men Week. Go watch that video.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff on
Breakdowns
Gondor.
of what we should do.
That's a very popular video as well. Is the Gondor one in particular?
Yeah.
That's been quite interesting, seeing which videos are popular within.
Yeah.
Because you get to see which armies are popular.
Yeah.
Gondor's popular.
Obviously, Gondor's popular because it's relatively cheap and still all out there.
Yeah.
And the heroes are still out there. And then finally, it's Wobachika. He just shared
We're going to do this in an hour.
Yay!
Come on. Wobachika.
Hold on.
Oh, Wobachika's just given us a thumbs up, so we have finished. And look at that, we've got exactly 57 seconds to the end. So I guess we better. Good to have you back.
Yeah, thanks.
Good to have you back.
Should we do a filming of the roll?
A filming of the roll.
Just tilt the camera forward a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Maybe we could say it at the same time. So don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Support your Hobbit hobby and follow us on Twitter.
And as always, guys, happy strategy battle gaming.
I rolled 2 6.